Hello and welcome to episode 206 of the Daily Sales Message, where every single day I share a piece of simple and actionable advice that's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff too. And today we're actually going to IKEA. Of all things, we're going to IKEA, and I'm pretty sure you've been there before. Most people, lots and lots of people have been to IKEA, and we understand they have a particular layout in their shop, in their store. There's things online about how to shortcut through, but you generally have to, if you don't know what you're doing, walk past everything in the shop. Absolutely everything. You've got to walk past everything. And there's a name for that. And that's the purpose of today's episode. It's one of those things where it's quite difficult to explain how to actually put this into practice in real life, but I'll give you the name for what they're doing and how it works for them. For some people, it drives them nuts, particularly if you're claustrophobic. If you get trapped in that kind of IKEA mystery maze loop, it's going to be a problem for you. Some people love it because they get to see everything, and IKEA is literally like an experiential shopping trip for them. It's not just a shop, it's a landmark, it's a destination, it's something else. We get meatballs and hot dogs afterwards, etc. So IKEA are using something called the Gruen, Gruen, Gruen transfer. The Gruen transfer is all about making sure people lose track of where they are, they don't know where they're going, they're a little bit lost, and they're thus looking at everything that you have to offer in the meantime. So it's for physical spaces, physical shops. But the Gruen transfer in the IKEA sense means that you enter the shop, you go through pretty much every single part of that shop and see pretty much every single item they have to sell, even down to like the homewares bit and then the warehousey bit and then the tills. That's deliberately done because the more that you see, the more you might buy ultimately. So whilst I don't advocate, confusing people and getting them lost to force them to look at everything that you're doing, I'm not really sure if that's something I'd want to be doing if I had a shop or a business, but you definitely need to show people everything you've got. That's the takeaway for me from this. And are there parts of your offering that you don't really talk about? Maybe they don't even feature on your website or in your brochure or any of your kind of materials. Why? Make sure that you're talking about every part of your offering, from the smallest to the biggest and everything in between. There's information about it on your website, in your brochures, in your decks, whatever you're doing, because the more people see your offering and what you have to offer, the more likely they are to buy. And it's true, because think about all of the impulsive little things that you might have picked up, particularly in that kind of homewaresy section that's just before the tills in IKEA, where things are a little bit cheaper. Nearly always I'll find something useful that I'm going to buy there, and I wouldn't have seen that and I wouldn't have bought that if they hadn't have directed me around the shop and made sure that I saw everything. The Gruen transfer. Right, that's it for this episode. How educational of the Daily Sales Message. Tomorrow, it's a milestone episode 207. Doesn't feel like a milestone number, does it? That would have been episode 200, but no, it's a milestone episode. I will explain all tomorrow. In the meantime, would you like me to tell you how good or bad you are at selling? If the answer is no, then just stop here. That's fine. I'll see you tomorrow. Great. If the answer was yes, then head on over to sellingconfidencescore.com. There's a 20 yes/no question quiz that you can fill out in 2 minutes or less. You will get a score across 4 areas of selling about how well or not so well you might be doing. And more importantly, you get a personalized action plan that will help you to feel more confident and sell more stuff too. So head on over to sellingconfidencescore.com, sellingconfidencescore.com, and get your free Selling Confidence Score and action plan in 2 minutes or less. That's it for this episode. Thank you for listening or watching all the way to the end. I do appreciate it. I'll catch you tomorrow for another exciting edition of the Daily Sales Message.